carried off her front porch and her house tore down by bulldozers.
It's a similar narrative for many families. For Paul Metzger, the story of Alvira hits close to home.
This is Dr. Metzger's home, and it gives you an idea of the fine homes that were in this village. There were about 12 within the village, and sadly, in a matter of 6 weeks, they were gone.
If we could take a walk back to 1942.
The U.S. is fully involved in World War II, and America has become an arsenal. In the Commonwealth, the production of TNT intensifies.
The Pennsylvania Ordnance Works was putting out about 650,000 pounds of TNT a day. They had to put that into 50-pound boxes and then store it until they could ship it out,
requiring the need for storage in tiny Alvira. Dozens of homes torn down as the U.S. government takes over the village of Alvira through eminent domain. Nearly 500 people displaced and replaced with 150 concrete bunkers.
8,500 acres at a cost of almost $50 million. Constructed entirely in 11 months. Each of these bunkers held 250,000 pounds of TNT.
In 1942, his family's land taken through eminent domain. The U.S. government knocking down dozens of homes, displacing nearly 500 people.
They were told at the meetings at Stone Church that they were going to have to give up their properties for a war effort. The War Department was very vague about what they were going to do.
In a matter of 11 months, Alvira was gone, replaced with 150 concrete bunkers. Each one 47 feet in diameter, 24 feet high, constructed entirely of concrete. Its purpose, hold thousands of pounds of TNT.
It was designed to explode upward if anything bad happened. So the walls that we're seeing here, closest to the ground, are about 18 inches thick.
Making it nearly impossible to ever be destroyed, unlike the homes and families that once lived here.
But in the end, they were told twice that when the War Department was concluded, or had concluded its use of this, they could get their property back. And one of the things that sticks with people even today is the fact that that was a lie.
Welcome to the ghost town of Alvira, Pennsylvania. As you just watched in that video, the government came here, took over this town, and basically wiped it from existence. The only things you'll find here today are a few cemeteries down the road and 150 bunkers like the one you see behind me. Now, I was told that the residents would be able to return to their town once the war was over, but as you can see, that didn't happen. One thing that did happen though, was parts of the land were sold off to make way for a prison and golf courses. I'm going to put up a map showing how the land looks today. The marker on the map is showing where I'm located. The arrow is now pointing to where the prison is located. And just on the outside of this map is the location of the golf courses. Now the second map I'm going to show is the location of the bunkers. Each one of those little circles is an individual bunker. And one thing I do want to point out is some of the bunkers located on the lower right hand side of the map are off limits, simply because they're located within the grounds of the prison. So come with me as we check out the abandoned World War II bunkers of Alvira, Pennsylvania. Now, during the duration of this video, I'm going to share some additional information with you. So at any point you need to read it, just go ahead and pause the video. One thing you can see here is these roads here were the actual roads that went through the town of Alvira.
I found number 5.
And just off in the distance here, we're coming upon our, I believe, our first open bunker. Alright, we came upon our first open bunker here, bunker number 5. I'm going to check it out. Wow.
Holy moly.
The echo in here is like ridiculous.
Echo!
Huh? It smells like spray paint.
Echo!
This is pretty impressive.
Echo!
You can see it's very smooth concrete here.
Oh, wow.
Very unique acoustics in here.
I think I found a trap. Hi.
Everything you're doing, I hear over here.
This is awesome. I like.
Pretty neat.
Oh, it's a lot. I just shoved something in my coat bag.
As you can see, there's some kind of like little trough that goes around the edge of it here. Made it for water. So pretty much all the bunkers are very much the same as this one. But there's still neat to see, but we're going to try and find a couple more. Now, most of the bunkers we're going to see today are sealed up. They're either welded shut or locked. But some of them are still open. And those are the ones we're going to check out today. Alright, we came upon our next bunker here, bunker number 4. Basically, almost any direction you walk around here, you're going to come across a bunker because all these roads kind of intersect them. There's Lily, she's excited to check these out.
You go first.
Turn my light on.
There you go.
This one has a bunch more crap in it.
Yeah. No spray.
This one has no graffiti at all.
Oh, here there is one. That's it.
Not really. It looks like these are wood forms or something, or molds.
There's like a little hole inside of the house. See it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's like a gateway thing.
Yeah, it's like a tunnel or something, like a form.
It's a small room.
I think this is a tree stand here.
Yeah, it's a small room.
Yeah. Old metal chair. I don't know what those are used for, those little openings. I want to say tree stands. I think that's like to crawl up through, and that's the platform you would stand on. The funny thing is, with more stuff in here like this, it echoes much less than the other one. I guess it kind of absorbs the sound. It's still neat though, but it's nice to see this one without graffiti. That's the ventilation opening up there. I'm gonna see if we can get up on top of there and we'll check it out. Just wanted to show really quick, these are some pretty heavy duty doors. With some big latches on them. Here's the opening. Right up on top right there is the ventilation port. So I'm gonna see if I can make my way up there and we'll check it out. Okay, we made our way to the top. You can see right there, that's the opening for the bunker. We're on top of it now, and here's the air vent. And you can see here, there's like a handle that you would use to control the ventilation. As you can see, it's pretty much filled in there. This would have been like a ventilation cap to keep the rain out. And as you see, there's trees growing out of the top of this. I don't know how much debris is on top of here, how much like dirt and material, but there's some decent sized trees growing out of this top of this bunker. I mean, obviously underneath it's all concrete. But it's pretty neat to see. I gotta say, this is probably about maybe about 30 feet high. It's my wife down there waving. Alright, we're gonna keep moving. That's right where we came from. And as you see, there's like an intersection here. Roads go off that way. And they go a long ways in this direction. So we're gonna keep moving this direction. And at some point we'll cut over and see if we can find a few more. You notice here too on the right, it's pretty barren and a lot of dead trees. This was a prescribed burn area. We saw signs for it. And they burn a lot of the vegetation to control the growth here, I guess. So you can see some charred wood there and stuff. If you're ever coming to check these places out, the bunkers, this is an excellent time of year because once the summer comes and it gets all grown in, it's going to be like a needle in a haystack. So right now it's pretty open and visible. So come before springtime or come in the fall if you're ever going to come here. Alright, we were just walking towards that direction. There's that long straightaway I showed you. We made a right. And here's bunker number 12. You see too, there's like a little platform here. Looks like a metal lip and a concrete pad. This one's pretty empty.
Hey.
Even your footsteps, like. You definitely tell how emptier they are, the more that they can roll. I gotta say, these are pretty neat. Every little footstep is like echoing like crazy. Alright, we found our next bunker, bunker number 13. So we're gonna go take a look at it. This one's got a lot of random stuff in it. There's a little light.
Oh, look at the slide.
There's this one's like a swing set.
It is?
Yeah.
Please slide.
slide.
Teeter
Teeter totter.
totter.
It's pretty old. There's like a swing you swing on.
What is this?
Definitely inside a washing machine. That's my bike. On the left and on the right. And it kind of curves around here. Just like endless roads. There's a lot of land here. See, this waterway goes for a little bit of a distance here. So you got like a overflow drain here. You can see through the trees that are right in the center of the frame is another bunker. Looks like now entering the Love bunker, I'm guessing. Smells like spray paint in here. So that was the Love bunker, also known as Love Shack. We're going to continue straight down this road, and we'll see if we can find a couple more. If you guys enjoyed today's video, I just ask that you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. I have more locations planned for this upcoming summer, and places like this play an important part of history in Pennsylvania, so I enjoy sharing it with you guys. Yeah, that's where we came from with the bend around there. And there's the road going off that way. And we're going to continue this direction. It's a nice place to walk around. There's a lot of beautiful scenery around here. A lot of wildlife. Up here on the left, I'm going to give you a better look. There's one of those overflow drains to control the levels of water. Looks like it's pretty new. Walking along this road, it's hard to imagine there used to be homes, businesses, and memories that were made in this town. And one town that comes to mind that's very familiar to this one, it's also a ghost town now, is Centralia. Very similarly, the government came in and forced everyone out of that town, but for different reasons. There's only a few homes left there now. But the only thing left here today are a few foundations and some cemeteries. Alright, back behind this bunker is the bodies of water that we were walking alongside of. And we finally made our way down and found bunker 11. So, since it's open, we'll check it out. Kinds of weird stuff in here. I guess the more stuff that there is inside, the more it absorbs the vibrations of the sounds.
Pigeon cage. What the heck?
Yeah.
There's also barbed wire.
That's a lot of barbed wire. Now here's another bunker. It's not numbered though, so I don't know which one it is, but well, we've been lucky. A lot of these we've been finding are opened up, but again, a lot of them are still sealed up, and it's unknown what's inside of them. Still fascinated that there was trees growing out of the top of it. This door is getting all rotted. It's pretty empty. Just remember that if you come here to check these out, most of them all look like that. There's not really anything unique about them compared to the other ones. Some of them have some junk in them, some of them don't, but they're still neat to see. It's something you won't really see on an everyday basis. So it's still worth coming to check out. Okay, I just came down that road. That was the last bunker I just showed you, and found bunker number 8. This one's closed up. See, there's like tracks coming to it. I wonder if they use this for storage for the Game Commission. There's a fairly modern lock under there. heavy doors. I don't know if that's number 8 or number 3. Okay, so that one's locked up. And if we continue down that road, that'll lead you to the outskirts of the prison. I know there's more bunkers down that way. There's a little maintenance area for the game lands. And this will take us back to our starting point. There's some of the signs we told you about earlier with the prescribed burn area. I'll give you a close-up. If you want to read that, just pause the video. As I was saying, if you come here in a few months, closer to summer, a lot of these are going to be hard to find from all the vegetation and overgrowth. But today's a beautiful day. It's 40 degrees out, sunny, a little bit breezy, but it's tolerable. So all in all, it's a good day here. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed today's adventure. It's a pretty unique place. We only saw a handful of these bunkers, and there are 150 that were built here. Again, some of them are off limits because they're in the prison grounds, but you can pretty much spend all day here and have like a scavenger hunt trying to find them. It's like almost like a needle in a haystack. As long as you follow some of these roads, they kind of lead right to them. Other ones are more secluded, but either way, it's a nice area to walk around. A lot of history here. I never knew about it until recently. The Wandering Woodsman actually did a video here months ago, and that's how I found out about it. So if you haven't already done so, check out his channel. I'll leave a link below to his video. But if you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments section. Obviously hit that thumbs up button if you liked the video, and I'll see you guys next time. We're making our way from down that direction. That's where we were parked down there. And we're coming down the road here, and we discovered this. This is looks like an above ground burial chamber. And here's one of the cemeteries I was talking about for the town of Alvira. But it's pretty weird to see this like this out of the ground. It's almost like a one casket mausoleum or some type of burial chamber, but looks like that's able to be opened up on top if they wanted to. Give you a closer look at it there. And it's pretty neat. I just wanted to point that out. Like I said, headed down this direction is going towards the prison, and off behind here there are more roads and more bunkers that way, but we saw quite a few of them today already on the game lands, so we don't really need to go any farther. But just want to share this with you. It's just one quick thing we spotted on the way out. So we came driving down that road. This is going past the cemeteries I just showed you, and came to a dead end here, but we did find this neat tree with a cutout in it. I don't know if there's anything in here. I think just some garbage, but the road ends here. It's gated off, saying no trespassing. I believe that's heading towards the prison property, and another bunker right there. Back here we found another old cemetery, so we're going to go take a look at it. Looks to be some type of foundation here, maybe. I heard there was like remnants of a church or something down here by the cemeteries, and there's a lot of stones and supports and concrete barriers. And okay, you can see up there, I'll zoom in, but that's going to be the prison yard up there. You can see the chain link fence and one of the buildings. So, like I said, there's more bunkers back this way, but you can only go so far because of the property line. This looks like a pretty old cemetery, though. We got some pretty old tombstones here. Died 1876. There's a big burial chamber here. I believe 4 bodies here. John, Elias, John, and Anna. Looks like there's another bunker right behind the cemetery here, so they built them pretty close. This little section here looks like something you'd see at a movie. Look at this picture, like fog rising from the ground. (1860). Benjamin Griffey, 1887, 68 years old. Those maybe the children there. I'm guessing there was some significance or importance to this one because it's kind of, you know, gated off, so to speak. You see the wall back here just falling apart. That one's pretty thin. This is definitely one of the older cemeteries. I think there's 3 of them here we came upon. There's the first one I showed you, which has that above ground tomb there. And then there was one deeper in the woods I didn't show you. And then this one. You can see my car is down there, so it's maybe 50 yards in from the road. You can see here's a better look. There's the Allenwood prison up there. There's the building, the fence. You can see government property, no trespassing. It's hard to see, but there are additional bunkers back here. Right past this tree line, there's another one back there. You can kind of see the ventilation stack sticking up, but those ones are off limits. And just a few moments ago I saw a white pickup truck driving by doing a perimeter check, so it wouldn't be very wise to cross that fence. But there is one more bunker right behind the cemetery. I'm gonna look at that really quick. So I'll see you over there. Here's one I just wanted to show you. It's kind of more visible than the others. Hannah Maria, daughter of William and Mary something. And it says September 12th. She was 29 years of age when she passed away. I'd imagine too that most of the people buried here are from the town of Elvira. I could be mistaken on that, but I think it's pretty safe to assume at least half of them here are from the town, and they probably requested to have the remains moved here. Okay, here's that bunker I was just showing you from the cemetery. The cemetery is right behind this. This one looks like it's sealed up as well. I'll get you a closer look, double check. no, this one's open. I don't have my light with me right now. There's a lot more graffiti in this one. Beyond Thunderdome. That's pretty close to Thunderdome. There's a picture of all the guys hanging on the side of it. And they're chanting, 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. This says, don't forget to close the door, so I closed it. In case you're wondering what that 2 men enter, 1 man leaves is from, that's from the movie Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. It's a classic 80s movie. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you watch it. You actually hear kids actually screaming up there. You see there's roads going up this way, roads going that way. And higher up is where the prison is. So, like I said, you could pick what area you want to come to and walk around. We started near the front game land area. This is a side part of it, kind of lower right hand portion of the map that I showed you. Just bordering the prison. And you can see some people coming down. So we're going to move on. As I said before, you know, this is a very interesting place, full of history. You know, I never knew there was a town called Alvira. And it was even more stranger that it was wiped out from the government, so glad I discovered it. I'm glad I was able to check it out. Probably gonna make a return trip here sometime, just to do a little more exploring, check some of the additional areas out. There's a lot more land here that we didn't cover. We only covered a small portion of it today. So, we'll make our way back over this.